Good morning, children. Today we are going to talk about verbs that we can sometimes confuse them very easily. Okay, so if we look at this example right here, okay, let me zoom in so that we can look at this better. Okay, we have a few examples of verbs that can be easily confused sometimes, especially when we need to write a sentence. Okay, so let's talk about the first one. The first one is sit. Okay, we already know what that means, to lower yourself onto a seat. Okay, this verb can be easily confused with set, which it has a different meaning, to place an item onto something. So when you sit down, it means that you lower yourself onto a seat, a chair, or a couch, or wherever you want to sit down. When you set something, it means that you place it, okay, onto something else. For example, when you're setting the table, when you help your mom to set the table for dinner, it means that you are setting the plates on top of something else, which is the table. Okay, now this verb, teach, okay, to give instruction, learn, to receive instruction. Okay, so this is another pair of verbs that can be easily confused. Okay, another one is lie and lay. To lie is to recline on, and lay is to put an item on. Okay, I am lying on the couch. You're reclining on it. I am laying the spoon on the table. You're putting something on the table. Okay, the next pair of verbs are rise and raise. Rise is to get up or stand up. Okay, rise from your seat, get up from your seat. Raise, to lift something up. Raise your hand if you need to go to the bathroom. That means that you need to lift your hand on the air and ask permission to go to the bathroom. Okay, next, can and may. Okay, can means able to do. May means allowed to do. Okay, and this is the most common pair of easily confused verbs. If you think, what do you tell your teacher when you want to go to the restroom? Can I go to the restroom, or may I go to the restroom? Which verb do you need to use? Can or may? Of course, if you use can, yes, you can go to the restroom. Everyone can go to the restroom. But to ask permission to go to the restroom, you need to use the verb may. May I go to the restroom? That is asking permission to go, because we already know that everyone can go to the bathroom. But if you need to ask permission to go to the bathroom, you need to use the verb may. Okay? All right. Example, I can rope a steer. Mom says I may go to the rodeo on Saturday. All right? Okay, so in this exercise, you are going to help me pick the verb that belongs in each sentence. Okay? Let me make this screen a little bigger so that we are able to see all of the sentences. Okay, all of the words in each sentence. Okay, so let's look at sentence number 1. Roping cattle is hard work, and not everyone can do it or may do it. What do you think? Which verb do you think will be the correct verb in this sentence? Roping cattle is hard work, and not everyone can do it or may do it. Okay, can is the one that belongs in this sentence. Okay, and it says to underline, so we're gonna underline it. Okay. Number 2, the cowboys rose at dawn and ate their breakfast, or raised at dawn and ate their breakfast. Okay, which verb means to wake up? Okay, to stand up. Okay, rose. Okay, rose is in past tense. Okay, race. Okay, it's past tense for race. I mean, for rice. I'm sorry, for rice. Rice. Number 3, they gathered around the campfire, sitting in a circle on the ground, or they gather around the campfire, sitting in a circle on the ground. So, which verb describes the action of being in a circle on the ground? Okay, of course, you want to use sitting. I am sitting in a circle on the ground. Okay. Number 4, the cattle did not generally lie or lay down at the end of the day. Okay, lay down. To lay means to put yourself against, okay, something. 5, raising his hand, the rancher greeted the cowboys, or raising his hand, the rancher greeted the cowboys. Okay, raising. Number 6, a skilled vaquero teaches young cowboys how to herd cattle, or a skilled vaquero learns young boys to how to herd cattle. Of course, you want to use the verb teaches for number 6. Number 7, the rancher sit his plate down and went to check on the horses, or the rancher set his plate down and went to check on the horses. Set is the verb that we need. Set. To set his plate down means that he put it on top of the table or on top of something else. You cannot make a plate sit down, of course. Number 8, and the last one. If young men and women did not teach how to fend for themselves, or did not learn how to fend for themselves, they could not have survived the Wild West. Okay? Learn. Okay? Learn is the verb that we want in the last sentence. All right?